Hey guys, so today I am going to show you our December morning basket. So our morning basket is basically everything that we do when we sit down together as a family around the table and start our homeschool day. These are the things that we try to get through. And on a day where, say, we have a dentist appointment or a doctor's appointment or we have to run some errands, if all we get done is what's in our morning basket, I am very pleased and satisfied with how the day went. First things first is their clipboards. Their clipboards are in this morning basket, and on the front of their clipboards are our morning chores, which they have to complete before we actually begin our school day, but technically it is the beginning of our focused school time. So they have their chores on there. Isabella's has everything. The boys don't have everything that she has, so I'll go ahead and show you hers. So if the chores are on there, then their handwriting pages are on here as well. Anything they have for Story of the World, which may or may not be done during morning time, is on here. Her language arts is on here, so that is for later in the day. But then they have their Bible study, their Picture Smart Bible on there, and their map drill. So Picture Smart Bible, handwriting, map drill, and chores are all a part of our morning time together. So the boys have everything except for the language arts on there. I have my Picture Smart Bible Teacher's Guide in here. This I bound myself, or I put it in a binder myself, but this is it back here. So keep that in there. They all have a workbook to work through if I need them to remain at the table, but I have someplace else to be. For example, if I'm making copies or if I have to take a phone call, that's very important, although I try not to in the mornings. So right now they have their December workbooks here. Eli is working through this Usborne Little Children's Christmas pad. Isabella is doing the Nutcracker Ballet paper dolls, and Jesse's working through the Usborne Christmas maze book. I just swapped these out from being, Jesse had a Knights and Castles book, and Isabella had a pizzeria book. Those will probably go back in January, and I'm going to do this video month to month, so you may see that again in our January morning basket. I keep my planner back here so I can see what's going on as far as school days go, and I can also record anything necessary like field trips that are coming up or their reading logs. That all gets recorded in here. We keep our family devotionals in here. So after they do chores, we all sit down together with John before he leaves for work, and we do a family devotional. So right now we're doing Unwrapping the Greatest Gift by Ann Voskamp because it is the Advent season. But we just switched from using, I was doing a girls devotional with Bella and John was doing a boys devotional with the boys, which again you'll see in January. So we switched those out for Christmas time with Unwrapping the Greatest Gift. We sit down for our morning basket time, and after they do their chores, we all sit together, do the devotional, and then the kids are seated at the table for school and John leaves for work. So from that point on, I take over. I keep my Simply Charlotte Mason Delightful Handwriting Teacher's Guide in here for their handwriting sheets. I keep our hymn books in here as well. Right now we're doing Angels We Have Heard on High. These I just made myself. I just printed some hymns off and I used my Pro-Click binding machine to bind these a couple of years ago. There's another one. Here's the third. For geography right now, we are doing Christmas Around the World. I will link this below. It just has some information on each country, how they celebrate the season, and this is a fun one to read together in the mornings. I also have the picture books that I plan to read aloud this week in here, and this will be swapped out for some more Christmas books next week, but I try to make sure to have a couple of little gems in here for Eli to break up the morning. He does sit here for the majority of our morning time, and I want to have a little something for the younger ones. So right now, this book, I saw one of my friends posted online about it, so I'm excited to read this, The Crippled Lamb. Of course, you have to have some Cranberry Christmas. and we are going to read The Year of the Perfect Christmas Tree. Those are all going to be read this week, and Thursday and Friday, since this is Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, Thursday and Friday, they will probably want to read The Cranberry Christmas over again. So I tried to leave room to be able to read a couple of books over again if they're loved. I keep Story of the World in here. We may or may not have time to make it a part of our morning time. Usually we do it in the afternoons on Tuesdays and Thursdays, but on occasion we're able to do it in the morning if our morning time is going well. I also keep the read aloud we're doing in here. We're just about finished with Little House on the Prairie, but again, this is actually something we do in the afternoon, but on occasion it's requested instead of a picture book. Eli does love this as well. We are reading through these Christmas blessings. These are poems that we're reading through right now, and this is also in place of doing any sort of virtues. Now, I was using the children's book of virtues with them, but I just feel like the Christmas season, there are so many good stories of gratitude and thankfulness and blessings and just the Christmas story that I kind of pushed virtues out, and I'm swapping it out for this and a cup of comfort for Christmas. So Christmas blessings are some poems, and then a cup of comfort for Christmas, these are all stories, well, he says right here, stories that celebrate the warmth, joy, and wonder of the holiday. And I don't know where I got this from. I think I got it from a used bookstore, but basically it's a bunch of stories told by women who are probably my kids' grandparents' age now, of just simple Christmases and Christmases past, and how it kind of reminds me of like a Chicken Soup for the Soul kind of a book, but it's basically just old stories that talk about how, the Christmas they didn't get any presents and why they weren't able to, but what their favorite part of the season was, and how the blessings are really not in the gifts. So it's just something else I want to have my kids focusing on. So they're just some sweet little stories in here told by the authors themselves. Okay, this morning exercises for all the year, a day book for teachers, is something that I was asking John for Christmas, but I saw the price drop down to $6 or $7, so I grabbed it. And I'm excited to start it with the kids this month. This goes in order of the dates of the school year, so it actually starts in August or September. Starts in September, yeah. I'll read you the info on the back here. In this collection, we are offering thousands of classics and hard-to-find books. This series spans a vast array of subjects, so you are bound to find something of interest to enjoy reading and learning about. So this was written in 1914, and each day, if there is a particular, well, I'll flip forward to December here. So if it's somebody's birthday, a historical figure's birthday, it will be listed in there. There's usually a poem to read, there's important dates to know, and it saves a lot of research on my part. So what is this? Where are we at here? This is November, so November 4th. There's a little saying about procrastination. Some important birthdays. It gives you something to sing. Yeah, there's another birthday there. Then on the 5th, you are talking about civic duty. There's a poem, Civic Duty. On the 6th, loyalty to our country. So I'm going to go through now to December, because I do see it shift to more of a Christmas theme in December. So December 1st is flattery. Flattery is like a painted armor only for show, Socrates. So then you can talk about that in a second. You're talking about purpose. There's a poem down there titled What Shall I Do? And then down here are some birthdays and some important dates. So this is neat because, and I'm kind of butchering this because I obviously haven't started this yet, but I peeked through it and I read a bunch about it online, and I'm just really, really excited to read this with the kids. So each day you're kind of hitting a topic and it's giving you a little bit of a starting point. So there, January, New Year's Day. I know October 31st, it did have the history of Halloween. So I'm really excited to start that in our December basket. And then I also keep our blue ribbons in here, our speeding tickets in here, and I'm now keeping pens and pencils in here because the kids kept losing them, and with Annabeth being young, she was finding them and chewing on the erasers. So that is going to stay in the basket with me for now. So that is what is in our morning basket for the month of December. And like I said, I'm excited to share each month if it changes. January and February might be similar. I might swap some things out, maybe say for Valentine's Day. But I'm excited to share with you as this evolves and as our morning time becomes more of a habit, because we did just start doing this in November. So let me know in the comments below what you guys do for your morning time, or if you have a morning basket, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Bye.